Hello, my beloved friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome to all of you. Thank you very much for showing up. I'm glad you're here. I hope you're glad you're here. This is your divine inspiration message for today. All right, so right here we have my collection of divination tools that I use every day to bring you a message, pulling it all together. I've also got my fairy friends, Gertrude and Beatrice, that help me interpret this tarot deck, which is our deck of the week. It is the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed. But as always, I'm going to start off with my angel numerology number, which is 4 for today. And its angels are present. And there's a message from your guardian angels and your archangels that is encouraging you to stop fretting about whatever you were thinking about when this number was called. Things that are going through your mind that are not necessarily helping, that they're causing a feeling of being stuck. It's about better to be brilliant, particularly if you're working on a business acumen, or even if you're just working on something. Like the bigger picture ideas, like your goals, your dreams, your wishes. This is about taking some sort of accomplishment and celebrating your accomplishment. This is the energy of security and patience in order for whatever practical plan you're working on to emerge. Now, the tarot cards to work with is the Magician and the Star, and the archangels that you work with on a number 4 day is Archangel Chamuel and Archangel Gabriel or Gabriel. Depends on really which whether it's masculine force or feminine force. They don't have a gender, the archangels. However, there may be something soft and sweet about your number 4 archangel, in which case it will be Gabriel. There may be something strong and definite about your number 4 energy, and that might be Gabriel, the big announcer, the one that steps forward and says, I'm going to show you the way. I'm going to give you what you need. All right, my isms today. I am wisdom, I am light, I am a star, and I shine bright. I am a miracle-making magnet. Things that come to me are the miracles, and I make whatever it is happen in the physical. The other one is suggestion. Aim high. Even if you miss, you have to aim high or high enough. My Happier Me affirmation card is, my love is stronger than arguments and fights. Oh, yes. Your ego will always try to win you. You are much more than your ego. Whenever you find yourself in an argument, ask yourself, does it really matter? Is this worth giving away my peace? Oof. Well, at this time in our culture, where things are seemingly, and I say that word big, bold, capital letters and underline it, seemingly, because for some it's not divisive. I find that in times where it seems people are being divided, that's the opportunity that people come together. Because all of a sudden, there's a conversation, a communication, actual and ethereal, that happens. And we find common ground with our common friends. And we find a sense of compassion and a sense of community and a sense of coming together. That's not division in my world. That is an understanding of, well, difference can work. Difference does work. Sometimes difference has to work. Our divine master of the week is the Lady Venus. She comes with light activation for all of us, plus a call to action. She is bringing us a power surge and encouraging us to embrace our earth mission, our purpose of spreading the light, bringing the joy, adding the love, which is hard work, particularly when you feel like you're pushing up against the opposite of it. And then we also have our Earth Mother from the Angelic Activations Oracle by Kyle Gray. And the Earth Mother is really here to basically say, take the soul-led steps that you need to take in order to heal and to grow. And healing to me lives down the hallway of forgiveness. We've already moved through the portals and the vortexes of letting go of power, of releasing the need to control things. If you're in a light workspace, if you're with groups that are studying angels, the ethereal, Mother Earth, Father Sky, all of those, you've already gone through the portal. You're just sweeping up the remnants of dust and debris that have got in the way, that don't serve us anymore, and moving on. This particular card and the energy of the Earth Mother is saying that you know how to evolve. And perhaps your job is to assist in the evolution, not only of the planet, because, my friends, unless you live under a rock, there is a big evolutionary shift going on in the whole planet. It isn't just in North America, which was a pretty good-sized continent, and I'm including the countries of Canada and Mexico. And then you go to South America, another vast, big continent. They have their own issues. And then you go through Asia, another vast continent, and you see that it becomes the planet, becomes the planet that we're all on. And we can look at these other cultures and these other existences, if you will, as being interesting, curious, but we're all human and we're all being and we're all changing, we're all evolving. Okay, here we go. Gertrude, Beatrice, thank you for stepping in where you've always been. Where are you today? Oh, so they're in this big field of poppies. Poppies are those red flowers with the black centers. Now, many times the symbol of a poppy is used for remembrance. In the United Kingdom, where I'm originally from, they wear poppies every November to remember those fallen soldiers who fought for freedom. So these two fairies that are bopping through the fields of the poppies are asking, what are you asking us to do? Asking us to remember our purpose in life, to remember, oh, I know, okay, so it was remembering that the reason why the poppy is a symbol of remembrance is because at the end of the Great War of the 17, somewhere in there, amongst all the mud and the debris and the carnage, there was this single poppy growing out of that madness, out of that distraughtness. It was a sign of hope. And that's why they say there's a field of it. Looking at the hopeful energies, not looking at the look at what's can be built, not look at what's broken. Okay, got it. Now I'm going to choose a card because you didn't flop one out. Look at what can be built, not what is broken. Oh, okay. Yesterday I was talking to my lovely therapist and saying, she asked me how I turned something around, a situation. Oh, Lord, look at this lovely. The messenger of fire. Well, look at this. This woman's got a crown of candles on her head. And I would say she's bringing the message that it's time to light the fire, time to light the candles. These are all lit. And I'd say, look at all those gorgeous, sparkly things around her. The messenger of fire is really taking what you know on the inside, the light that you've got, the love that you've got, the emotions that you have, the epiphanies that you're having, the dreams that you're having, and calling forth those messages to bring out to your friends. Encourage your friends to be messengers of fire, calling to action, not problems, if that makes sense. I don't know why it's the light shining on the cards. Messengers can be seen like the pages of traditional tarot. Um, they're a little different in this particular suit, but I would say the suit of fire is definitely um, encouraging us to take on that message, take on what you're listening to, what you have, what you've been downloading. There you go. Determination. Looking at where can I be more adventurous, looking at being really somewhat independent, going with your own message, going with your own, what you believe, what you want. In this guidebook that Colette Baron Reid wrote, she says, I have an unstoppable spirit and can co create all that I desire. She also says, I'm surrounded by spirit, illuminated by wisdom that rises up within me. I set forth on a path to innovate. I trust in my vision and act accordingly, remaining true to what I value most and desire, which I can manifest in many forms. This is where aim high, even if you miss. This reminds me of another of the isms I have that came from Jane Bruce. And Jane Bruce stepped out and decided to create her own oracle deck based on business, based on how to infuse the light into business and bringing messages for business people. She wrote, if it's got to be, it's up to me. That was wonderful. It was brilliant. It was an incredible quote that just came out. These are messages of fire. And I'm being guided to let you know there's a fire burning in all of us. There's a fire that gets sparked up when we hear something, get told something, when we are in front of someone that's incredibly passionate about what they think, what they believe, what they're about, who they believe in, what they believe in, all of these things that get fired up. And our job is to perhaps do something with that or not. The ego is going to try to push you down the argument, push you into argument. That's a choice. And I think I've said a couple of days ago, I personally would use the ego to my advantage, not to my disadvantage. I believe inside all of us, we have the two sides, the two choices. One is bold and brilliant and vivacious and can go off and do, very similar to Gertrude. The other is a little safe, wants to stay safe, wants to be nurtured, doesn't want to really upset the apple cart, doesn't like confrontation, doesn't want to push against they go with the flow. A little bit like Beatrice, although she's screaming, no. There is strength in wisdom. It's learning how to use that wisdom in a way that can be influential. Wisdom does have to have that natural balance of love, but also pushing out of fear. Fear is about the ego. Fear is about telling you stories in your mind that are not necessarily true. Hope is also something that hasn't yet physically happened. So there's one thing we can focus on: what's possible, open the door of possibility. How can I do something with this that will make a difference to everybody and me? And then there's what's not possible, what would fail, what would happen. Oh my goodness, don't do this. Oh no. It's a bit like, when you tell a young one, don't touch the stove, it's hot. What do? They go touch it to see if you're telling them the truth. Well, ouch. Yeah, I told you not to touch it. There's that. There's the things that we learn. I think, ooh, ouch. Oh, you learned it. Don't do it again. And there's the things that we have to relearn. Yeah, well, it didn't work the first time, didn't necessarily work the second time. Why are you trying it again? That's where the ego keeps you stuck in that fear. Whereas the hope and the possibility and the light and the messenger of fire rains down with all these epiphanies, all these ideas, all this wisdom. And then we're like, okay, I like this. Let me see what I can do with it. Let me see where I can go with it. I hope that makes sense. All right, my friends, that's it for today. Don't forget, Friday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, on my Zoom channel, we have the wonderful Sharon Hess, who's going to pop in, be my co-host, talk about all things Akashic Records and past lives, hopefully offer a few readings. So join us. Go to my website, www.kevincross.com. Let's see if I can find the link. Here we go. Let's see if it's this one. There. And there's the link right there. Upcoming events. Hope to see you there. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.